grapes have been on this planet for 65 million years, and there's 8,000 varieties. So they're a good source. They have a little bit of fiber in them. They hydrate you on a cellular level. If you incorporate grapes, especially in the morning and after you wake up, if you're doing our program and you do the program in the morning, you eat the grapes, it's going to help move out toxic lymphatic waste. It'll help alkalize the body, and they're great for cellular hydration and nutrition. So I wake up and I have my morning round of nutrition, and then I start eating grapes. And typically I will eat these, a bowl this big, in a day's time. So bon appetit. Let me know what your favorite wet fruit is to help hydrate you on a cellular level and kick those cravings to the curb. Okay, I'm starting with grapes in a bowl. And I'm going to rinse them and then take them off of the stem. Okay, so the easiest way I've found is just to start kind of moving my fingers through the grapes and feeling them come off the stem, and then I'll take a handful, or a pick as my grandmother used to call it. And sometimes, depending on how firm or how soft the grapes are, you'll have to hold it, right at the stem. Otherwise, you have to go back through and pick those little tiny stem pieces off anyway. So sometimes you can do this, but just, take a look and make sure not too many of them. You're going to have to go back through and take that little piece off, if that makes sense. And I'm doing this right now because, grapes, some grapes can be sprayed. I only eat organic grapes. And you're getting the residue. I mean, they've been handled by many people. They've been packaged. They've been sitting in plastic. And so any little thing that might be on the grapes, or particles or piece of stem that might be starting to decay, I love to just pull it right off. And then we get some that get away. Hopefully not too many. Okay, so now that I have all of the pits, the stems out, and just go through and if I see any that look like they're decaying or they're mushy, or any additional stems that might be on them, I go ahead. And because I had that water running while I was doing this, the water that it's bathing in now, for the most part, is clean. If you want, you could, strain some of this off and then add more back to it. At this point, once you're in the bath, you have nice cold water, you're going to take some baking soda. Now, you can use regular baking soda. I like to find this stuff from the health food store because it's just a different processing. And oh, isn't that interesting? The water on the bottom of my sink just drained out. It sounded like something else, a horrible bout of something. Okay, so I'm sprinkling this with baking soda, and then you just want to make sure that it's not just sticking on the bottom, that it's really, the baking soda is all over the water. And then I just take and go through again with my hands, kind of rubbing the baking soda onto the grapes and like getting it all up against there. I might pick some more sticks off. Now my husband washes his grapes. There's a couple that are getting away here, and he doesn't take them off the stem. But because of my sensitivities to mycotoxins and aflatoxins and all kinds of volatile organic compounds. I like to take that off. It creates a little, like, you know, where the stem was, it heals up really nicely, especially with the baking soda. It sanitizes them, and I don't have to worry about the stems. So I'm going to let that sit for 20 minutes. I've done it in the evening and then let it sit overnight. Okay, so I'm ready to put my red grapes away. So I've got a glass container because I don't like plastic containers. Plastic leaches into our food, and there's a lot of places we have plastic that we can't control. So storage for me always means glass. And then I'll even put this on the counter with hot food in it, and let the food get to room temperature before I put it in the refrigerator. But because we're moving the grapes into different temperatures and they're sitting in a bath and then they're drying at room temperature, once they go in the refrigerator, they're going to sweat as they cool off. So the trick that I found is to line the glass container with a piece of paper towel. Okay, so we're doing red grapes right now. So I'm going to scoop up my red grapes and fill up my container. And then what I like to do when I put it in the refrigerator is actually turn the container upside down, because it'll sweat and the water will get absorbed into the paper towel at the top. But you can do it either way, because the sweat on the grapes will also drip off of it. So that's probably too many. Whoop! The one that got away. 5-second rule. Okay. So now that will work. And then I'll put it upside down in the fridge like that. Or you can do it this way, either way. What I find is when I do it like that, after a few days when everything is all situated and cooled off, and then I go to eat this, when I get to the bottom, the paper towel is clean still, and it's almost even dry still. So it just keeps them plump and delicious without getting all weird in there. I will usually eat half of this in the morning after my morning shake. And then I'll eat the other half at night after my evening shake, especially if I'm on a cleanse, before I go to bed. So that is how I clean and prepare my grapes. And I will do, it looks like with everything that I have here, I might have 4 containers of these. So it lasts me a whole week full of grapes. I prep all my other food like that, even asparagus. I'll wash it, dry it, and then even just put it on a plate like this in the fridge until I'm ready to cook it. I don't know, it's easier. Maybe you could do it in the moment, but with the fruit, that's definitely grab and go food. And it's just easier if I spend a part of my Sunday cleaning my food and my fruit after I shop, so that I have it for the whole week, and it's way less effort in the long run. So I hope that this helps, and thanks for watching.